Morning, everybody. The mission briefing today, we're going to talk about validating Phase 3B testing for our Capstone project. Part of this test is to validate USS integration. We're going to talk about USS to USS integration, the capability of information sharing, as well as some sensor validation.
First focus is the solar panel inspection. We'll then move on to the kind of concurrent operations at Oriskany with the accident reconstruction and non-participant flight.
I'm Matt Manning. I'm a senior systems engineer for Cal Analytics, a NUAIR Alliance partner, and I've been acting in a test coordinator role for the integration and testing of fundamental UTM capabilities in the New York UAS Test Site and UTM corridor. The ultimate goal of the UTM industry as a whole right now is the unrestricted ability to fly beyond visual line of sight, or BVLOS, over expansive operational regions, and ideally the entire national airspace. We've developed a test narrative around a primary public safety operation. This scenario allows for the testing of the coordination between commercial operations and public safety operations, which, as adoption of UTM and UAS technologies increases, is going to be a common occurrence in real UTM environment. So the scenario starts with Measure, which is a commercial drone operator executing a solar panel inspection. That operator submits a UTM flight plan, and that information is available within the New York UAS Operations Center to monitor execution of that operation. During that operation, it's determined that there's a need for a public safety operation responding to an emergency situation. The Measure operator is notified through their ground control station and the integration with the OneSky USS of a conflict with their operation and that UAS volume reservation.
Telling me to land immediately.
And that allows them to quickly yet safely land their operation or exit the priority airspace. When the airspace is clear, the public safety operation can then conduct their mission. Their notional mission in this scenario is a flight between Griffiths in Rome, New York, and an accident location, which is a simulated train derailment in Oriskany, New York. That operation would be simulated beyond visual line of sight, or BVLOS operation. Once it's confirmed that the UAS volume reservation airspace is clear, the public safety operation has clearance to execute their mission through that cleared airspace. Following execution of the first public safety operation between Rome and Oriskany, a second public safety operation is executed for the purpose of an accident reconstruction data collection. This secondary public safety operation also has the same permission to operate within the UVR airspace. For this operation, we've also used a Measure operator, but in this case, they now have priority to operate within the UVR airspace thanks to integration with the AirMap USS and the Measure ground control station. So Measure is now allowed to submit a flight plan with the UTM system, allowing them to operate in that airspace without conflict to collect data above the train derailment location. During the accident reconstruction operation, it's observed within the New York UAS Operations Center, thanks to radar surveillance, of a non-participant operation being executed within the UAS volume reservation. This additional non-participant operation represents a conflict with the accident reconstruction operation, and therefore we need to mitigate that conflict. We've utilized ONRA's remote ID solution to pinpoint the location of that operator and enable law enforcement to approach them and have them exit that UVR airspace so that they can continue safely conducting the accident reconstruction survey. So the overarching technical objective has been the effective communication between the components that comprise the developing UTM ecosystem. Recent testing has involved a number of different NUAIR Alliance partners. Specifically, we've implemented inter-USS communications between 3 UAS Service Suppliers, ONRA, AirMap, and OneSky. In addition, the New York UTM corridor includes radar surveillance coverage provided by SRC R1400 radars, and aggregated situational awareness in the Operations Center provided through the AX Enterprise Sapphire X display. An exciting element of the testing we've conducted is the integration of a commercial drone-as-a-service operator, namely Measure, with UTM operations. Specifically, Measure has integrated multiple UAS applications into their ground control station. This is particularly important because it allows for the layering of UTM and UAS information on top of the pilot's primary operational display, giving them the notifications, alerts, and warnings
Conflicting UVR do not fly proposed flight plan.
that they may need to react to while conducting their mission in the New York UTM corridor. The results of the testing executed at the New York UAS Test Site and UTM corridor indicate that NUAIR Alliance partners have enabled many of the capabilities essential for beyond visual line of sight operations, and we're going to use that as a foundation to continue to drive towards operationalization.